not all channels are created equal. And so you need to make sure that you know where your buyers are and where they go to get information. And in healthcare, it is particularly interesting because I think this is where I go back to my old school ways. And that is simply they talk to each other. So your customers need to be singing your praises in a very authentic way. You want them talking about you. Every marketer is going to say that's true of their product, but I would say in healthcare, it is that times 10, the importance of it. And then using their stories to then feed out into the different channels. We have to remember that, especially in our industry, you've got hundreds, if not thousands, of companies vying for the same attention of the same buyers. And you got to be able to break through. The way to break through is they're going to go to their peers.
Yeah, it's very true. Sales-driven marketing is tactical. There's no strategy at all, because I'd say maybe 5% of salespeople, like the best, are very strategic, very, very, very strategic. The rest are, they're wild animals.
Yeah.
It's what can I eat and kill right now? What can I eat, kill right? And you can't have, that's why I call marketing adult supervision. They've got to look at the strategy. And I love what you said. I mean, that is genius. Like, today's brand is tomorrow's demand.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have that long-term vision. And so the CEO, a smart CEO, hires the right CMO, chief marketing officer, and empowers that person in a very, very strategic way where it has big influence over product. You have to. You're not going to come in and say, we got to switch to this kind of database, so we got to do that. No, heck no. But you're just saying, hey, here's where our customer segmented demand is. Here's where the market segmented demand is. Do we know who we are? And I think that's where another thing that chief marketing officers can really help the CEO with is, do we know who we are? Truly who we are? What is our culture? And then how do we map what we are to our analog in our target markets? That is one thing Epic did better than anybody of their competitor space. They knew exactly who they were and exactly who they wanted to win, and then they helped the government make it happen. Sorry, just kidding. Just kidding.
That's not me.
Yes. No, but even if they did, which they probably did, that's not a bad on Epic. Epic isn't supposed to. I'm not getting upset with you. I'm getting upset just with a general thing. Like, Epic doesn't owe anyone an explanation, right? Like, they did what was best for them.
Yeah.
Right. So the whole thing is.
I mean, even like, if I take it back to let's go back in time. Why was IDX so successful? Is they had that really dialed in. Not only that, is really you had a lot of customer champions. Yep. I remember sitting in meetings when we had our physician advisory group that would meet every quarter. We had Stanford, Mayo, Park Nicollet, Lehigh Valley, like this brain trust of people in a room. But you know what? They were our advocates, and we allowed them to lead a lot of those meetings and to lead the charge of these customer communities because it was authentic. I know we like to say that those are new and novel. No, we were doing that, and it was very, very effective in creating kind of that groundswell of word of mouth, if you will. And, our reference program was we spent a lot of time and energy building a very solid one because we knew that mattered. And I always attribute, besides having really good leaders and having good products, we have to remember we had really good products, but we were up against, Epic and Cerner and McKesson and Siemens and Meditech and all of the usual suspects. And there wasn't a lot of differentiation on product. And so you had to differentiate. There was some, I shouldn't say that. Some products were better at certain capabilities and features, but you largely had to compete on customer sentiment.